Tuesday night boys basketball. Time to get that tourney journey underway tonight here in Bryan. Our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with Edon head coach Matt Ripke as they get ready to play the Edgerton Bulldogs tonight. And Matt, good way to finish the year. You get that co-BBC championship and some pretty solid momentum going into the postseason. Got to be pleased, I guess, all around with the win, especially without Drew Gallagher last Friday night.
Yeah, Friday I thought we had some great contributions from, our 5 other seniors who were locked in and got us off to an early start, playing well, and our bench came in and played well, and I thought we were efficient offensively. I think defensively we did a good job locking down and limiting their open shot opportunities, and we rebounded the ball very well. And and got an opportunity to get some young guys in the game in a championship atmosphere. So it was a really good way to finish the regular season.
So quickly turn the page from that on Friday and into Saturday and begin prep time for Edgerton. A team you saw earlier this year in late January. Where are they, I guess, a little bit different or a little bit improved as you played them the first time to where they're at right now?
I think a lot of their young guys have gained confidence, especially in shooting the ball. They've been shooting the ball really well the last 5-6 games, so, and different guys at different times, so it creates some challenges from a defensive perspective that we have to get out and challenge their shooters and not give them wide open rhythm shots, and of course we have to make sure and rebound the basketball, because sometimes that's some of their best offense, crashing the boards and guys getting those second chance opportunities.
And sometimes, maybe from the casual fan perspective, that gets lost in the shuffle. You guarded out front, you got a hand in the face and closed out really well, but you didn't finish the possession. And as you said, Edgerton in their wins a lot, even when they haven't shot well, they've been able to cash in by getting to the offensive glass.
Yeah, and I think that's that's a credit to their personnel and their kids. They're tough, scrappy, and they play hard, and they look for all the opportunities to give themselves a chance to be successful.
What are some other things Edon needs to do to get a shot at Ayersville on Friday night? What do you have to do in this one?
Well, in order to eliminate some of their rhythm shots, we've got to do a really good job. They've been running a ton of ball screen action, so we've got to defend their ball screen action and limit their rolls to the basket and pick and pop opportunities. I think it's also important for us to be the aggressor, both on offense and defense. I think we're much better when we are the hunter rather than the hunted, and when we can control pace, both offensively and defensively, run when we want to run, and slow things down when we want to. So I think those are keys for us. And lastly, I think we have a distinct advantage inside with Drew and Cassius, and we've got to feed those guys the ball and play inside out in the half court.
Boy, this is the fun time of the year. I know it's been a little while since Edon has had some postseason success, and it has to start somewhere, and you get Edgerton tonight. But, boy, this is why you coach, why kids play, why you get involved in high school sports at tournament time, right?
Absolutely. Everybody's starting over. The records don't matter at this point. It's who can go out and execute the best for 32 minutes and give themselves a chance to survive and advance.
Looking forward to this one tonight. Matt, thanks for the time. Good luck against Edgerton in this opening game.
Thanks, Andy.
Even though we don't know what life has in store for our homes or car, we can still prepare. Introducing the damage doesn't have to be too damaging policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Contact Danielle Van Atta, agent at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408 today. American Family Insurance Company, SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tournament time brings out the best in all of us. Responding to pressure, answering the challenge, and rising to our highest levels. That's also what a good education can do, and that's why you need Northwest State Community College. Whether you're looking for job skills training with industry credentials, a 2-year degree, or even a transfer pathway to a 4-year school, we can help. We also have lots of scholarship opportunities available. The clock is ticking. It's time to make your move. Visit northweststate.edu or call 419-267-1320 today.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Edon, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
At the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, we know it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow. So we invite you to visit us as part of your pre-planning. I'm Sally Jo Metzger. There's no high pressure, and by talking to us now, there's no stress. Just good information for you to make your choice. At Fackler Monument Company, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area. We can even customize a memorial for you. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, wants to say good luck to the Edon Bombers in tonight's athletic contest. Precise Metal Form is a proud supporter of Edon Bomber athletics, both boys and girls sports. Precise Metal Form in Bryan, saluting the athletes on all of their hard work and wishing them the best of luck in this athletic contest. Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, saying go Bombers in this game. When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's, celebrating their 50th anniversary at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040. Tuesday night boys basketball as we continue tournament coverage. Get the boys underway tonight. Edon and Edgerton, and our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with Edgerton head coach Brett Grieser. And Brett, before we dive into the Edon and Edgerton matchup tonight, good momentum for Edgerton with that win over Holgate, kind of a springboard into the postseason. All in all, where do you feel like your kids are at as you get ready for Edon tonight?
Yeah, Friday night was a lot of fun, obviously, for lots of different reasons. A night that those kids will never forget. Just a gritty win against a good Holgate team, a back-and-forth ball game. I feel our kids have done a great job of competing all year long, hanging in there, working hard in practice. Their effort's been tremendous. And, you know, our last 6 games or so, we've been very competitive. And, yeah, I'm just proud of our kids for hanging in there, the resiliency that they've showed, the effort that they've played with. I couldn't ask more of our kids.
Let's get ready and talk Edon now. Give us kind of some concerns. Obviously saw them in the regular season. 2 different basketball teams, though, since then. You have seen some strides on your own end. So tell me about this Edon team. What are some concerns for you, Brett?
Yeah, they're very good. They're senior dominated. They're talented. They got great size. And their size can play both inside and out. You know, the Gallagher boy's a great player. But they're very good all the way around. You know, Ricky boy does a tremendous job of handling the ball for them. Gallagher's a great player. The Barry boy, very athletic. The Nestor boys had a great year for them. But all in all, yeah, they're a great team. We'll have to play well to compete with them. But yeah, a great senior-laden team, and we need to be ready for the challenge.
What do you need to do, Brett, to have a shot in this one? Fourth quarter, close basketball game. To get there, what does Edgerton have to do?
Yeah, I think there's a variety of different things. First of all is, you know, first and foremost, I think we got to handle the pressure. You know, they're long, they're active. We need to be patient, take care of the basketball. You know, make sure we make good decisions with it. One-shot opportunities, which will be a great challenge for us with their size. But if we can limit the Bombers to one shot and rebound the basketball, that'll help. And then lastly is the difference between a good shot and a great shot. We need to take great shots. We got some shooters, but we need to make sure they're great shots and not forced shots. But yeah, and weather the storm. I mean, they're too good not to make runs. Edon is too good not to make runs. We need to weather it when they do, and you know, make some runs of our own.
Should be a fun night tonight. This is why we get involved, right? Broadcasting these type of games. You get into the postseason, and you coach, and the kids play for these reasons alone, right? Tournament time and a good rivalry matchup here to start it.
Yeah, it's tournament basketball. There's nothing better. Excited for our kids, excited for the opportunity, excited for a great atmosphere at Bryan, and, we'll just go over there and compete and see what happens.
Should be a fun matchup. Thanks for the time, Brett. Good luck tonight against Edon.
Thank you, Mr. Brigle. Appreciate your coverage.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them. Add options and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
What?
Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
Sorry, could you say that one more time, only slower?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company, or sometimes it's known under the brand names of TrueFast and Spax.
Not really. What is it?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company is a well-known fastener manufacturer. It's a family-owned business that's been around for nearly 200 years that cares about their employees and invests in the local community. They just added a 65,000 square foot expansion to their Pioneer location. If you want to learn more about the company or employment opportunities, visit altonlow.us. That's ALTENLOH.us.
Tired of paying rent? Are you ready for a home of your own? Then call Misty King of Amerimaid Realty. Misty has a new listing on Sycamore Lane in Bona Vesta. This 3-bedroom, 1.5-bath home features a 1-story design, a spacious living room, a large fenced-in backyard, and roomy garage. Some updates have also been done as well. Listed for only $134,900, this one is also affordable. Phone Misty today at 419-633-4997. Misty King of Amerimaid Realty, your hometown real estate pro.
They're once in a car seat, now they're in the driver's seat. Having a teen driver is scary enough without the added cost to insure them. Let us help you ease your fears and save money with the Teen Smart Driver Safety Program from the Central Insurance Companies. Teen Smart's the most proven driver crash reduction program ever developed. When your teen driver enrolls in and completes the course, you could save hundreds of dollars on your Central auto policy. Call Andries, O'Neill & Lowe today to learn more about this smart way to save money. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wasion, or you can find us online at andriesoneillandlowe.com.
Attention homeowners and contractors in the tri-state area. Did you know Black Swamp Equipment of Archbold services and repairs pretty much any piece of equipment and machinery? Well, they do. Things like skid steers, mini excavators, backhoes, and air compressors. But it's not just big equipment. They also repair things like lawnmowers, snow blowers, chainsaws, heaters. Pretty much anything you can think of, Black Swamp Equipment can handle it. And they are certified service warranty centers for Steel outdoor power equipment, Kohler engines, Miller Electric, Milwaukee, and Toro. Plus, they have a truck fully loaded to come to you to fix a problem you may have with a piece of equipment. To find out more information, check out blackswampequipment.com or phone 1-800-445-2777 and ask for the service department. Black Swamp Equipment of Archbold, your one-stop service and repair headquarters. Fritch Excavating and CMF Enterprise of Edon wants to wish the Edon Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game. Fritch Excavating is family-owned and operated for over 30 years, and they handle everything from site prep to parking lots to land clearing. They can also put in a driveway, run a water line to an outdoor building, do a sewer line, or tile work as well. CMF Enterprise is a female-owned and operated business serving Ohio and Indiana, offering dump truck services, including aggregate material sales. CMF also handles a large large variety of construction, landscaping, ag, and residential materials as well. Fritz Excavating of Edon and CMF Enterprise of Edon wishing the Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game. Fackler Monument Company starting lineup time tonight. First for the Edon Bombers, coached by Matt Ripke. It'll be Jack Berry, a 6'4 senior, Caden Nestor, a 6'2 junior, Gannon Ripke, a 6'1" senior, Drew Gallahue, a 6'4 senior, and Cassius Hulbert, a 6'3 senior.
For the Edgerton Bulldogs and their head coach Brett Grieser, Cole Myers, 6' senior, Corey Everett's a 5'10 junior, Nathan Swank is a 6'1 junior, Corey Herman, a 6' freshman, and Nate Timbrook, a 6'4 senior.
Starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. The Tri-State Vision Center officials working the game tonight. They are Brett Green, Gary Brubaker, and Dylan Woods. That'll do it for the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory pregame show. Edon and Edgerton start our sectional tournament coverage. When we come back, we'll step aside, take a break, and much more from Brian on this Tuesday night on B-Rock Sports. Best Insurance and Financial Services in downtown Edon is proud to announce they've become a full-service insurance agency, taking care of all of your insurance needs now. Best Insurance and Financial Services has been handling life and health insurance along with your investment needs for over 40 years. And now they're able to offer coverage for your home, auto, business, and farm insurance needs. They can also protect your RV, ATV, and boat. To find out more information, just head to best-ins.net or phone 419-272-2888. Best Insurance and Financial Services in downtown Edon, wishing the Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game.
Dimension Hardwood Veneers of Edon, Ohio would like to take a moment to wish all the Edon area athletes good luck this season as they strive for excellence. Since 1977, Dimension Hardwood Veneers has been the manufacturer of specialty rotary cut-to-size veneers. Dimension Hardwood Veneers is proud to support all Edon area athletics. Go Bombers from the management and staff of Dimension Hardwood Veneers of Edon, Ohio.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then, when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
February means cold days and nights and snow flying. So head to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan to help warm you up. At Donaldson's, you'll find all types and styles of electric heaters to take the chill off. While you're there, check out all of their other deals this month, like the Craftsman 9-gallon wet dry vac, bird food, hand tools, power tools, and of course, Clark & Kensington paint and Zinsser 123 primer. They also have salt for your sidewalks and softeners. Everything you need at Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place. Adam Gubernath, how does Edgerton win this basketball game tonight?
All right, I actually did some research here today, so I went back to the first matchup. 3 things that really stood out. Number 1, they shot very poorly. Number 2, they just got absolutely destroyed on the boards. And number 3, they had way too many turnovers. Clean it up. If they can keep the turnovers under 10, 6 to 10, I think that's a great number. Can they compete on the boards with a bigger and more physical Edon team? If they can maybe have a wash on the boards, that'll be good for them. They've got to shoot the ball a lot better than what they did in the first matchup.
How about Edon tonight to move on and get a rematch with Ayersville?
Well, impose your will on them. Almost the exact opposite of what I just talked about. In the first game, the full court press just ate Edgerton up. Go after them. Attack. You are more physical. You are bigger down in the paint. Let's take advantage of that. They get Drew Gallahue back, who we didn't see last week because of the illness and everything. I mean, let's maximize our strength. Let's dictate our style. Their style, they want to play a controlled half-court basketball. Edgerton would like to run a little bit. Do what Edon does well, and you'll be okay.
I submit to you, Greg Marmalard, or Adam Gubernath in this instance. Eden, Edgerton, forget about the draw. Just have them play in the postseason, at least on opening night. Look at this crowd and atmosphere filling this bigger facility.
Well, you always wonder when you get those early sectional games, when you get two teams that have kind of had different seasons, seeded high, one seeded low. You throw in the rivalry, all the subplots out there. This is an outstanding, we've been doing this for a long time. This is an outstanding crowd for a first-round sectional boys basketball game. And remember, we've said it all year long. In this format, just like in the NCAA tournament, all it takes is one night. And you were saying, that's what keeps Matt Ripke up at night.
Absolutely. He told me that today when we visited. This is one of those games that just turn your stomach around and around, because what if all 5 kids that shoot a bunch of threes all start making them on one given night?
Again, Edgerton, 6-16, not the season they wanted to have. You knock off this Eden team in the tournament and knock them out, you don't think that would make their season?
Absolutely. And Eden's here approaching this with emotion, but in a business trip type way.
They have to.
So it'll be Drew Gallahue and Nate Timbrook up in the air. The opening tip will be controlled by Edgerton, moving right to left. It'll be Cole Meyer, who's trapped near midcourt, swings it around to Corey Everett. Now to Nate Swank. He'll dial up a 3, and off we go. A 3-0 start, Edgerton. Up to midcourt, Gannon Ripke to Jack Berry. He'll cross the timeline, loop it over the top. Ripke to Gallahue. Backdoor, loading up, finishing low on the right side will be Cassius Hulbert.
So each team goes to their strength on their first possession. Edgerton the 3, Eden with the high-low for an easy bucket.
3-2 Edgerton. Timbrook in the front court. Edgerton moving right to left. Timbrook left, right elbow turned over. Ripke ahead to Berry. Berry gliding to the rim, off target, no good. Rebound putback, however, is good, and Eden assumes a 4-3 lead. That was Drew Gallahue.
Now the turnover, and then they gave up an offensive rebound.
Here's Cole Meyer facing up, attacking the paint. Bounce pass over to Swank. Another 3. Good! Nathan Swank from downtown has a pair of 3s, and it is 6-4 Edgerton. Half-court pressure. Berry over to Ripke. Ripke comes right side to Berry. High on the left side now to Gannon Ripke. Ripke between the circles. Surveying this 3-2 look, or 2-3 look defensively. And Berry's pass is a little bit wide of Cassius Hulbert and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover.
Now, Brett Greaser, and I know it's only a minute and a half in, but even despite the turnover, which led to an offensive rebound, he's got to be pleased with the start.
Here's Meyer. Reverses it to Herman, who just was the hero in the finale against Holgate. Hit a 3 to get them the win. Funnels it through to Everett. Everett's on the right point. Bounce pass out in front now to Cole Meyer. Meyer a step below the foul line in the paint. Defense falls back. He's wide open. It's no good. First miss of the night, and the rebound to Edon. Ripke ahead. Berry in the corner. Out in front now to Gannon Ripke. Almost 2 minutes in. 6-4 Edgerton on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. High right to Berry. Berry top of the key. Bounce pass over to Gannon Ripke. Ripke comes back to the top of the circle. Goes right side to Berry. Berry with a basketball. He'll shoot it over to the left side now to Ripke. Ripke loops it back over to Berry. To the post to Gallahue. A double on him. Passes out. They'll swing it around to Caden Nestor for his first touch of the night. Nestor to the right side to Ripke. Ripke at the foul line. Back to Nestor for the lead in 3. No good. The wrong rebound goes to Edgerton. They want to run. Everett's a reach and a foul, says Dylan Woods.
You can see what Edgerton Andy's doing defensively on Eden. Anytime Gallahue is down on the low post, they're trying to double team him. That's going to leave open shots for Nestor, for Ripke. But even when the big man Hulbert's down there, they're committing 2 and even 3 to the 2 posts for Eden.
First foul of the night goes to Jack Berry. Here's Cole Meyer from the corner, goes to Herman. Herman to Meyer, wide open, no good. The wrong rebound is loose, still loose, going to be grabbed by Everett. Foul line pull-up, that is short. Offensive rebound, Meyer. He's going to be fouled on the floor. That will go on Gannon Ripke.
You talk about Edon taking the business-like approach here. I think that's the right approach. They have to do that. I think Edgerton's a team right now that wants to play with all this fire and emotion. Can it carry them, though, for 32 minutes?
We're almost 3 minutes in. It's a 6-4 Edgerton lead on the Andres O'Neill Low scoreboard. Cole Meyer over to Everett. Everett back to Meyer. Rise and fire three off the iron, no good. Gallahue the rebound. Snaps it ahead to Berry. Berry into the lane. Berry up and under, and it won't go. Got a great look. He got the rebound and is fouled on the way back up. So 2 free throws coming for Jack Berry.
2 offensive rebounds already for Edon. 2 points and the potential for 2 more off of those here if he can hit the free throws.
Corey Herman gets the foul. Edon as a team, 62% at the line, 25% from 3, 48% from 2, 41% from the field overall. They score 46 a game, give up only 42 a game. Berry, the second leading scorer at 11 a game, behind Gallahue's 14. Berry, a 64% free throw shooter, makes both of them to tie this game at 6. 1-2-2, full court pressure. Everett's far side in the backcourt. Ball reversal to Herman. Herman snaps it ahead to Swank. No subs yet for either team. Middle of the floor, Cole Meyer. Meyer, good extension out in front of that trap by Nestor and Berry into the lane, and now the pass is wide of Swank. He was able to grab it back, but as he was grabbing it back, he kind of had to take a dribble to do it, and that dribble hit the out of bounds, so it's an Edgerton giveaway.
You got 4 seniors and a junior on the floor right now for the Edon Bombers. A lot of experience, a lot of big game experience, playing with a lot of poise right now.
6-all tie, 4:25 to go in this first quarter. Gallahue, what will his stamina look like? Remember, he missed a lot of days last week with being ill. And now the dribble is lost by Nestor, and it sails out of bounds.
I think that's going to be where obviously you're going to know what you're going to get out of Drew Gallahue, but I think Nestor and Ripke are going to be the 2 big X factors offensively for Edon tonight.
Herman reverses it right side to Everett. He'll go diagonally to Swank in the front court. Swank has all 6 of those Edgerton points. Kick out to Meyer. Now to Herman for 3. No. Rebound, long, save. No, it wasn't by Everett. After hitting their first 2, Adam, Edgerton's cooled now. They've missed 5 in a row.
But I think Brett Reeser's got to be happy with the looks they're getting. They're not forcing the issue right now. This is the way they play. They like to shoot the 3.
Walking it across the timeline is Ripke. Ripke right side on the wing to Berry. Foul line extended. Crossover dribble to the baseline. Wants to give it to Nestor, and he does eventually. Nestor cross court to Ripke. Ripke back to the right elbow, extended to Nestor. Dribble drive into the painted area. Lost the handle. Everett's coming out of the pack. Gallahue giving chase to try to change his shot, but Corey Everett with a left hand gets the lay-in. 8-6 Edgerton. 3:25 left. Berry, 3-ball corner pocket. Good for 3.
Boy, he is just so smooth with that left hand. They left him wide open.
And Edon harnesses a lead at 9-8. Swank to answer. You got it. Nathan Swank from downtown. 3 threes already for him. 11-9. Set the school record earlier. Berry wants to play can you top this, but he's unable to hit from that 3. Back to Swank. Set the school record for 3s in a game against Hilltop. Here's Herman to Swank. Touches it over now to Cole Meyer. 2:45 left. Emotional first quarter of play. Off glass, Nate Timbrook rattles it home.
That's a guy that just has gotten better all year long.
Here's Berry to answer. It rattled out off glass. Cole Meyer the rebound. Meyer gives it to Everett. Everett's up ahead to Herman. He'll touch it left to Swank. Gliding to the basket. Off glass, no good. And a foul on Timbrook on the back. It will be his first of the night. Team second.
Well, normally you get into the tournament. You've done this as long as anybody. You know that each level, they kind of let you get away with more. It becomes more of a physical game. Tonight's what you'll see out of these 3 very qualified officials. They're going to let them play a little more than they would have maybe in the regular season. That's just the way it is, and so far they have.
Carter Keese, our first sub of the night for either team, checks in for Caden Nestor. Here's Ripke, left to right across the timeline. Ripke, foul line extended right side. Two teams continuing to weather the emotion of this rivalry and this crowd in the lane. Ripke off glass. Strong offensive take and finish for Gannon Ripke.
I think that'll be there all night for Edon if they want it.
And now Barry and Meyer battling for the basketball. It's Barry getting his second foul, and that is a big first quarter call.
Well, he does so much defensively. That's just not even discuss what he brings to this team offensively, but defensively, he's a point man on the press with his length. He causes all kinds of problems.
And now with a minute 54, his first quarter is done for sure, and a good chunk of his first half. Here's Meyer to midcourt and across. 13-11 Edgerton. Bounce pass right side, Herman to Timbrook. He'll give it up to Everett. Everett slashing to the basket. Pull up from 8 feet, no good. Rebound, Carter Keese goes to get the loose ball. Hands to Ripke, who will bring it himself. Ripke left to right into the half-court set. Ripke angling right side of the floor. Being guarded by Swank. Ripke spins. Nothing there. Comes top of the key to Halbert. Playing way off him, obviously. He's not a threat out there. It's Keese now. 1:10 to go in the quarter. 13-11 Edgerton. Right side of the floor now to Keese. Backdoor, Nestor didn't look it in. It was there. He was just going to his move, Adam.
Yeah, the idea was there. 95% of the execution was there. Just the finish wasn't there. But again, you can see the defensive strategy early of the Edgerton Bulldogs. They are not going to let Drew Gallahue get the ball on the low post without at least 2, maybe even 3 bodies on him at a time.
Quentin Blue becomes the first Edgerton sub, checking in for Timbrook. No Caden Pasillo still. He's out with a season-ending injury. Here's Swank already with 3 threes on the wing with it. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. 13-11 Edgerton on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. To the foul line to Meyer. Pump fake to get the defender up, and he cashes in. Cole Meyer got Ethan Stanky to bite on that, Adam, and he finished.
Those little things, the fundamentals, the pump fake, got his defender up.
15-11 Edgerton. Inside, Drew Gallahue with an answer, muscles it home.
That time they weren't able to rotate over in time for the double team, and then they turn it over.
And Everett took his eyes off the ball reversal, and it goes through the 5-hole and out of bounds to Edon. So now 2 for the tie, 3 for the lead. You would anticipate, unless they get something really, really good, maybe Edon holding for the last shot. Comes into Gallahue, guarded right now by Everett. Over to Carter Keese on the right side. Keese circles it around to the left wing. Hands it off to Nestor. Nestor into the lane. Rises up, dances on the iron, and it drops for Caden Nestor. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Meyer all the way to the rim, bullying his way for the final 2 of the quarter. High energy, high quality basketball. 17-15 Edgerton after 1 on B-Rock Sports.
Michael Jordan once said, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen. The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication, and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters, go get 'em Bulldogs. We're behind you all the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
Your friends at your neighborhood Edon Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Edon, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Edon Farmers Co-op. Good shooting in that first quarter. Edon 6 of 10 from the field. Edgerton 7 of 14. Edgerton a couple of more made threes. They're 3 for 5. Edon 1 for 3. Any numbers from your end that jump out?
Rebounding, +1 for the Bombers. Remember in the first matchup, dominated the boards.
So we begin quarter number 2 with a basketball to the Bombers. Carter Keese. Remember, Jack Berry with 2 fouls, forced to the bench. Here is Ripke. High post to Gallahue. Gallahue dumps it into Stanky. He'll flip it up, no good. Rebound, Nate Timbrook. Coming up the floor now, it's Cole Meyer. Meyer to the left to Swank. Swank leading all scorers right now with 9. Basketball. By the way, Bath has defeated Paulding 42-32 to eliminate the Panthers tonight. Here's Meyer, top of the key. Snaps it right side. Swank for his 4-3. That one was short. And the rebound to Edon. Up ahead it goes to Nestor. Nestor around to the right side to Stanky. On the wing to Carter Keese. Top of the key to Nestor. Edgerton man-to-man. Edon man-to-man. High energy crowd and atmosphere. Back shoulder, they wanted to get it to Gallahue, and the wraparound steal by Nate Timbrook.
Again, the double team as soon as Gallahue wanted the ball.
It'll go now to Cole Meyer. Dribble drive with the left hand, unable to finish. Rebound putback is good, though, for Nate Timbrook. 4 for Timbrook. The lead is 4 for Edgerton.
He's been active early, the big man for the Bulldogs.
19-15. Carter Keese out on top now to Nestor. Around the horn to Ripke. Ripke between the circles. Extending out on him, Nate Swank. Right foul line extended, Nestor. Little curl to Stanky. Now to Keese for 3. Dials it up from downtown.
So there's the first adjustment of the game. It comes from Matt Ripke. They put Gallahue out on the perimeter that time. Edgerton kind of was confused as to what to do. They left a man open in the corner. It was Keese who hit the 3.
So that'll make it 19-18 Edgerton. Dribble handoff to Herman. Herman now to Swank. Swank to the foul line. Spin move to the right side of the lane. Flips it out. Herman jacks up a 3. Off the iron, no good. And out of bounds, it'll belong to Edon.
And this is the fascinating part when you get to these sorts of games. The first in-game adjustment. Again, Edgerton is coming out. They're paying a lot of attention to Drew Gallahue in the paint, doubling him, even triple teaming him at times, making it hard for him to get the basketball. So Matt moves him out on the perimeter. That kind of opens up that lane a little bit. We'll see if that opens up some driving opportunities for the Bombers.
Here it is, Edon possession, a chance to grab the lead back. Stanky. Just above the foul line, goes right point now to Nestor. Cross court to Ripke. 5:20 to go in the half. 19-18 Edgerton. On the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 6-16 against 12-8. Ayersville here scouting. They're the 2 seed. They get the winner Friday night. Nestor for the lead. It's good for 3.
Those are the shots that'll be open. And Nestor took advantage of it there.
3 minutes gone by here in the second. It's 21-19 now. Edon goes back out in front. Swank, 5-second count on, just got rid of it over to Meyer. Meyer on the wing, has a clear out, spins on Keese. Wanted to take that little step back, wasn't there. Now it's Swank, top of the circle, right side, Meyer. He'll hoist the 3, off the heel, no good. 1 for 5 start shooting for Edgerton here in the second quarter. Nestor feeling it, another 3. That one's off target, no good. Swank the board for Edgerton. Now it will be Everett's who will walk it up into the offense. Everett's guarded by Ripke. Everett's to the foul line. Left-hand pass over to Quentin Blue from downtown. That's too long. 3 straight 3 misses. And it's Edon coming away with the basketball. This is Ripke left to right. Ripke far side now into the corner. It goes to Carter Keese. Keese wanted a short quarter entry. Not there. Poked away by Blue. It'll stay with the Bombers. This is our Northwest State Community College game of the night. Quentin Blue sits. Nate Timbrook back in. A little more than midway through the second. 21-19 Edon with the lead over Edgerton.
Isn't it fun? You can just feel. Tournament games just have a different feel, don't they?
They sure do. And these two communities, as we said, have turned out for this one tonight.
Yes, they have.
Backdoor cut for Keese, deflected by Timbrook, and it bounces out of bounds off Nate Timbrook.
Hank, when Edon's been successful, work the ball around, make a couple of extra passes, make Edgerton move defensively, and I think that's what we've seen them do with moving Gallahue a little bit more out on the perimeter at times.
Ripke top of the circle now to Carter Keese, guarded by Herman. Over to the wing to Ripke. Ripke will circle it back out in front, then lost the dribble. Basketball loose. Saved by Gallahue. Good job by Drew Gallahue. And then as Nestor drives, he's fouled on the floor. Let's see who Brett Green says it's on. It'll go against Nate Swank. Or 2-1, I beg your pardon, Quentin Blue. His first, team's third. Been a pretty clean half as Kyler Sapp will come in for the first time for Edon, replacing Ethan Stanky.
You know, you get the sense, don't you? I mean, Edgerton's played with the emotion. They've got their crowd into. Not that the Edon crowd isn't, but Edgerton playing with a lot of emotion. Playing very well, to be honest, here. You look up at the scoreboard midway through the quarter. Edon's up, too.
Have weathered that emotional storm.
Exactly.
Off the inbounds, high post to Gallahue. Back to Ripke. Wants the three. Buries it.
Telling you, those are the shots that are open for Ripke, for Nestor.
Biggest lead of the night for Edon at 24-19. The drive-in dish by Everett gives it to Swank. Swank wants to go baseline, nothing there. Good D by Nestor. Now he gets inside, muscles it home. Really good job by Nathan Swank.
He was bound and determined to get to the rim, and he did.
Swank cuts it back to 3. He has 11. Here's Sapp, middle of the floor. Far side over to Nestor. Nestor circles it back to the right point. Now on the right wing to Keese. To Sapp. 2:45 remaining in the half. 24-21 Edon. Top side now to Nestor. Puts it on spin cycle. Looks inside, reverse layup. Good by Gannon Ripke.
Now Nestor and Ripke offensively putting this team on their back here in the second quarter.
26-21. 7 for Ripke and a foul on Nestor. That'll be his first of the night. Remember, they're already playing without Jack Berry with 2 fouls.
Absolutely. They played this entire quarter and a good chunk of the first without him.
Matt Ripke pleading his case with all 3 officials.
Anyone that'll listen.
It's Edgerton possession now. Everett's across the timeline. 26-21 Edon. Bounce pass to the right to Cole Meyer. 2:15 to go in the half. Meyer picks a dribble up left side to Herman. Herman in attack mode. Had it knocked away by Edon. Loose ball. Gallahue snaps it ahead to Keese. Keese being ridden from behind. It'll be a foul on Corey Everett, his first.
Got some tired young men on the floor right now.
We've had extended action, very limited subs.
Exactly. Well, a lot of times when you get to the tournament, your bench is a little bit shorter than maybe in the regular season.
Here's Gannon Ripke looking to find somebody. Flashing out high is Carter Keese. He goes left side to Sapp. Sapp on the wing, drops it in to Gallahue, muscles it home. Edon continuing their fantastic shooting at him. 5 of 7, and Brett Grieser wants a timeout. 28-21 Bombers. We'll be right back. Always supporting student athletes and coaches in the Edon School District, the Edon Athletic Boosters. The Edon Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to salute the student athletes and coaches in tonight's game. Hey, how would you like to be a part of the Edon Athletic Boosters? Come to a meeting and find out what they're all about. Maybe even volunteer at a concession stand. For more information, phone 419-272-3213. The Edon Athletic Boosters, supporting student athletes and coaches in Edon. Welcome back out here to Bryan. It's Edon up 28-21. A late second quarter timeout for Brett Grieser here, feeling momentum shifting a little bit.
Absolutely. They've played with the emotion. They've had the momentum. They've hit some shots up into about the midway point of the second quarter, but you got to credit Edon. They've made the adjustment. And guys like Ripke, like Keese, like Nestor have hit shots, and that's forced Brett Grieser to spend more attention on the perimeter, and that opens up things now for Drew Gallahue, who's been held in check most of the half.
Gallahue a half dozen here in the first half. Corey Everett's out of the timeout, top the circle. On the right elbow with it, backs it out now. At that volleyball spiking line. Edon bench imploring their defense on. Curling to the basket, layup blown, but the follow is good by Tim Brook. He's had a good first half. 6 for Nate Timbrook.
He's been a huge part of this Edgerton first half.
28-23 Edon. Middle of the floor, it's Ripke. Ripke at the elbow to the top of the key, over to Carter Keese. Extended minutes for Keese and Sapp. No Berry right now because of fouls. No Halbert because I think pace of play. A minute to play in this half. Sapp to the wing to Nestor. Baseline left to Keese. Open post cut through for Gallahue. Now they'll go topside. Sapp jacks up a three. Off the heel, no good. Offensive rebound. Keese stripped on the way up. And the rebound to Edgerton, or the loose ball to Edgerton, and now they'll walk it across the timeline. Final 40 seconds of the half. Edon by 5. 28-23. Everett drops it down low. Timbrook reverses it out in front now to Herman. Back to Everett. Everett through the lane with another left-handed finish attempt. No good. And Edon comes down with a loose ball. Keese ahead to Nestor. 20 seconds. Nestor to Carter Keese. Now to Ripke. Matt Ripke barking out the set here to close the half. Who's got momentum going to the locker room? 8 on the clock. Everett, Sapp into the lane. Sapp traveled with it. He appeared to be real tentative there. What he wanted to do, wrong kid in the wrong situation to have his hands on the ball like that.
Well, he had the wide open three that he had missed the possession before, but there were about 5 seconds on the possession, so you knew he was thinking, let's wait to see if we can get a better one. It just never opened up.
Inbounds comes to Swank. He will throw a desperation toss-up. It's way short. Halftime on opening night, a boys sectional. Edon 28, Edgerton 23. Main Stop's halftime show is next on B-Rock Sports.
At the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, we know it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow. So we invite you to visit us as part of your pre-planning. I'm Sally Jo Metzger. There's no high pressure, and by talking to us now, there's no stress. Just good information for you to make your choice. At Fackler Monument Company, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area. We can even customize a memorial for you. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Best Insurance and Financial Services in downtown Edon is proud to announce they've become a full-service insurance agency, taking care of all of your insurance needs now. Best Insurance and Financial Services has been handling life and health insurance along with your investment needs for over 40 years. And now they're able to offer coverage for your home, auto, business, and farm insurance needs. They can also protect your RV, ATV, and boat. To find out more information, just head to best-ins.net or phone 419-272-2888. Best Insurance and Financial Services in downtown Edon, wishing the Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game.
Would you like to save time? Sign up for free online banking plus bill pay at the Hicksville Bank. Online banking plus bill pay keeps you in control 24/7 and allows you to manage your Hicksville Bank accounts and pay bills whenever it's convenient for you. For over 100 years, the Hicksville Bank has been your hometown community partner, meeting the needs of the community and maintaining quality service. The Hicksville Bank operates full-service offices in Hicksville, Edgerton, and Auburn, with a loan production office in Harlan. The Hicksville Bank is the equal housing lender and member FDIC. To enroll your THB account now for online banking plus bill pay, visit our website at www.thb.bank. These seasons will be changing soon, and that means Elian's Boutique and the Maddox Men's Emporium will be featuring a plethora of new items. From men's and women's apparel to purses and accessories, new infant apparel and accessories, even new items in their pet boutique. But that's not all. Elian's and the Maddox Men's Emporium also have new hot sauces, jerk sauces, new Bloody Mary mixes, new sweet treats, and more. So for all your shopping needs, stop by Elian's Boutique and the Maddox Men's Emporium on the east side of the square in downtown Bryan. Open Monday through Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 5. Elian's and the Maddox Men's Emporium, your shopping destination in Northwest Ohio.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Dees Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Dees Collision and Service.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
Knox Textile is proud to help sponsor tonight's game. You can rely on Knox Textile to provide your business with reliable service and all your uniform, towel, and mat rentals. They have competitive pricing and will service their products. They have products which include paper products and Gojo products. Good luck to all the Edgerton Bulldogs from everyone at Knox Textile. Knox Textile, proud supporters of everyone in tonight's game and serving the area with reliable service.
All right, let's recap scoring quickly on the Main Stops halftime show. Jack Berry, 2 fouls, so sat a good chunk of that first half, 5 points. Caden Nestor with 5, Gannon Ripke with 7. Very offensive-minded here tonight. Carter Keese with 3, Drew Gallahue with 6, and Cassius Holbert with 2. For Edgerton, Cole Meyer with 4, Corey Everts with 2. Nathan Swank has been really good tonight with 11. Nate Timbrook has 6. For shooting the basketball, Edon, fantastic first half, 11 of 18, 4 of 8 from the foul line. Edgerton, after 7 of 14 in that first quarter, cooled off. They finished 10 of 25 and 3 of 10 from the three-point line. Edgerton did not shoot a free throw. Edon only shot 2, and we're 2 for 2.
Edon with a +2 advantage on the boards in the first half. Turnover numbers, Edon with 7 in the first half, Edgerton with 4.
And all of that leads to a 28-23 Edon lead. We'll step aside, take another break. More to come on the Main Stops halftime report after this.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With Midwest Community Federal Credit Union's new rewards checking account powered by Bazing, you get access to thousands of local discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. All you have to do is show your mobile coupon and save. No matter who you are or what you do, saving money is for everyone. Stop by a Midwest Community branch or visit midwestcommunity.org to open a rewards checking account today.
Fritsch Excavating and CMF Enterprise of Edon wants to wish the Edon Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game. Fritsch Excavating is family-owned and operated for over 30 years, and they handle everything from site prep to parking lots to land clearing. They can also put in a driveway, run a water line to an outdoor building, do a sewer line, or tile work as well. CMF Enterprise is a female-owned and operated business serving Ohio and Indiana, offering dump truck services, including aggregate material sales. CMF also handles a large variety of construction, landscaping, ag, and residential materials as well. Fritsch Excavating of Edon and CMF Enterprise of Edon wishing the Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Edon, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Nay Oil Company supplies heating oil, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and propane for your home, farm, or business throughout Northwest Ohio with dependable service and competitive pricing. Call 1-800-962-9839 or stop by Nay Oil in Nay, serving you with dependable service since 1927. It's the Nay Oil Company. Nay Oil Company would like to wish all the athletes good luck in today's game.
Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, wants to say good luck to the Edon Bombers in tonight's athletic contest. Precise Metal Form is a proud supporter of Edon Bomber athletics, both boys and girls sports. Precise Metal Form in Bryan, saluting the athletes on all of their hard work and wishing them the best of luck in this athletic contest. Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, saying go Bombers in this game.
Tournament Tournament time brings out the best in all of us. Responding to pressure, answering the challenge, and rising to our highest levels. That's also what a good education can do, and that's why you need Northwest State Community College. Whether you're looking for job skills training with industry credentials, a 2-year degree, or even a transfer pathway to a 4-year school, we can help. We also have lots of scholarship opportunities available. The clock is ticking. It's time to make your move. Visit northweststate.edu or call 419-267-1320 today.
Halftime show brought to you tonight by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Thirsty Thursday. This Thursday and every Thursday at the main stops. 28-23 Edon. Start of the second half is next. Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Starks Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
U-Store Storage in Bryan has 44 new 10x20 storage units available on Edgerton Street in Bryan. With 24-hour access and well-lit facilities, U-Store Storage has a unit just for you. Residential and commercial warehouse space is also available. Looking for a storage unit in the Stryker area? Stryker Mini Storage on Industrial Drive has units as well. For all your storage needs, give U-Store Storage or Stryker Mini Storage a call at 419-636-2545.
Division 4 at Napoleon tonight at the half. Hilltop leads Montpelier 23-17. In Division 2, a final tonight. Napoleon turns away Elida 58-42. Here, 28-23. Edon with the lead. Edgerton with the ball. Everett's, Herman, Swank, Meyer, and Timbrook. Edon with Gallahue, Ripke, Nestor, Hulbert, and Barry with the 2 fouls. Here's to the right side. Everett tries the 3 and nothing but the bottom of the net. That'll slice the lead in half to 28-25. Nestor on the wing. Floats it out on top to Gallahue. Around the horn to Barry on the wing. Top side now to Nestor. Nestor gives it up to Jack Barry. Barry circles it around now to Ripke. Ripke on the left point. Ripke wanted to go left of the lane. Wasn't there. Now hands it to Nestor. Back to Ripke, who has been as offensive-minded tonight as any time we've seen him this season. Bypasses that elbow jumper to go right side to Barry. Barry comes back now to Ripke. Ripke top of the key. Looks down low. Now they swing it to Nestor. Hulbert had his man sealed. Nestor dribble drives, though, and goes out on top with the basketball to Gannon Ripke. A minute in, 28-26. Edon. Barry out to Ripke, and another 3 for Gannon Ripke.
Well, he's, again, getting some looks with the game plan of Edgerton defensively, and he's making the most of it.
You were all over how he would be one of the X factors. He has been terrific tonight with 10 thus far. Here's Meyer. Shifts it right to Everett. 31-26. Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. The winner gets the right to play Ayersville Friday night in the early game here in Bryan. Cole Meyer between the circle dribble to the right side to Everett. Everett gives to Swank. A hedge that time by Hulbert, who now has to recover, and they switch it back up. Here's Everett on the elbow. Everett's top the key. Punches it left side to Herman. Dribble drive right. Herman to Swank. Deep 3, no. Rebound. Another shot from Herman is no good. Finally, the rebound to the Bombers and Gannon Ripke. He'll jog it ahead. Biggest adjustment for Edon, Adam.
Well, you know, I think they've already made it, to be honest. I mean, they're trying to pound it in the Gallahue like they have here, but every time he gets the ball down low, he's being double teamed. So spread the floor with the other four and create some open shots for
like that one. Nestor rattles the three home. That's his
exactly
second.
what it is.
That's his second three, and he has 8. And Edon enjoys their biggest lead of the night. They have weathered the Edgerton emotion a couple of different times and are just playing their brand of basketball. Can Edgerton, oh, nice pass into Timbrook. Shot no good, though. Cole Meyer with a great look. Outlet now to Barry. Barry fouled on the way up by Swank. It'll be his first.
Barry's down holding that right knee, Andy.
We got an injury timeout. This is a big one. 5:08 left in the third. 34-26 Bombers. We'll be back.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
We don't know what life has in store for our homes or car, we can still prepare. Introducing the damage doesn't have to be too damaging policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Contact Danielle Van Atta, agent at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408 today. American Family Insurance Company, SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
What?
Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
Sorry, could you say that one more time, only slower?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company, or sometimes it's known under the brand names of TrueFast and Spax.
Not really. What is it?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company is a well-known fastener manufacturer. It's a family-owned business that's been around for nearly 200 years that cares about their employees and invests in the local community. They just added a 65,000 square foot expansion to their Pioneer location. If you want to learn more about the company or employment opportunities, visit altonlow.us. That's ALTENLOH.us.
Tired of paying rent? Are you ready for a home of your own? Then call Misty King of Amerimaid Realty. Misty has a new listing on Sycamore Lane in Bona Vesta. This 3-bedroom, 1.5-bath home features a 1-story design, a spacious living room, a large fenced-in backyard, and roomy garage. Some updates have also been done as well. Listed for only $134,900, this one is also affordable. Phone Misty today at 419-633-4997. Misty King of Amerimaid Realty, your hometown real estate pro. Not a good sign if you're an Edon fan or just a fan of high school sports in general, as Jack Berry had to be helped off that knee, no weight or virtually no weight being put on it, so he is out. Carter Keese came in and had to shoot the free throws for him, missed both, but did go get his own rebound. So now how does Edon battle through this? Up 8 with the basketball. Well, Nestor catch and shoot 3, bang! How about going 3 for 3 from 3, and now you got a double-digit lead. And a timeout on the floor, Brett Greaser. All blue and white and silver now, 37-26 Bombers. We'll be right back.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wasion, or online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, tools and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541 and they'll be out to fix it for you whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
Three for three from the three-point line to help build this 37-26 lead here for Edon. Brett Greaser took that timeout. What's his biggest point or points of emphasis?
Well, the game plan early was to not let Gallahue and Holbert beat them down low. It opened up opportunities for Edon elsewhere. Now they've got to pay more attention to them. They've got to clean up those closings when they come out defensively against the Bombers.
Here's Swank, bumped on his way toward the basket. Should still be on the floor.
You know, Andy, we have those things like it's not always about the X's and the O's. Sometimes it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And those Jimmies and the Joes tonight for the Bombers have been Gannon Ripke, Caden Nestor, and Carter Keese. They have definitely stepped up for their team here tonight.
Drop step, turnaround baseline, Swank off glass, no good, and the rebound of the miss to Drew Gallahue. 11-point Edon lead, and we are in Kenny Loggins territory right now for Edgerton, into that danger zone of falling too far back because Edon plays that tempo so well. Nestor to the left elbow to Cassius Holbert, middle of the floor to Ripke. Ripke gives to Nestor, had it ripped away. Good hands by Nate Swank. Swank gives to Herman. Herman up the far side. Snaps it right to Swank. Swank to the foul line on the move. Block shot, but also a foul. And that's a big one because that's number 3 on Caden Nestor.
And he's been playing so well for them here tonight. Those 3 that I had mentioned before, Andy, for the Bombers, Nestor, Ripke, and Keese, so far they've combined for 24 points and 9 rebounds for the 3 of them.
Swank averages 10 a game. He's past that at 11. 62% on the year at the foul line. Misfired. 61%, I beg your pardon. Kyler Sapp back in. He's going to be relied upon for a little bit more now because he had subbed a little bit for Jack Berry in previous stints here. So you're going to ask Kyler Sapp and Carter Keese to do a few things here in the second half now. Free throw number 2 is good by Swank.
With Nestor in foul trouble and Barry out with the injury, you feel that this is an opportunity for Edgerton to maybe go after the Bombers a little bit with some inexperienced players or kids that don't get these kind of minutes in the regular season.
We'll see. Will they answer the bell? 37-27. High post. It goes. Nice look on the back cut. Holbert found Ripke. Didn't catch it cleanly. Back to Holbert. Muscles it up and in.
That is so good. High-low. Holbert just bullet the pass that hit Ripke in the gut, and then he threw it back to him in the exact same manner, and they get the bucket.
How about a 4-for-4 start for from the field for Edon here in the second half? Up a dozen. 39-27. Swank jacks a 3. No good. Rebound is long and goes to Keese, and he's fouled by Swank. Perhaps a little frustration there by Swank, who had misfired the triple. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. 39-27, Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. It's Sapp, Ripke, Gallahue, Keese, and Holbert for Edon. Meyer just came in for Herman. It's Meyer, Blue, Swank, Everett, and Timbrook. Tossed into the backcourt here to Gannon Ripke, who will cross the timeline. Gives it up to Sapp on the left side of the floor. Double team coming. Throws out of that double team over to Ripke. Diagonally into the corner to Keese. Rise and fire 3. No, air ball. Rebound, no, Gallahue, and he sticks it home. And we have a Matt Ripke timeout. We'll spend it with him. 41-27. Edon back in just a moment.
Dimension Hardwood Veneers of Edon, Ohio would like to take a moment to wish all the Edon area athletes good luck this season as they strive for excellence. Since 1977, Dimension Hardwood Veneers has been the manufacturer of specialty rotary cut-to-size veneers. Dimension Hardwood Veneers is proud to support all Edon area athletics. Go Bombers from the management and staff of Dimension Hardwood Veneers of Edon, Ohio.
All right, want to go back to the scenario that Edon is in right now with some foul trouble for Caden Nestor with 3 fouls. So 1 starter out. Jack Berry, it's pretty obvious his night is done. There's ice on that right knee now. So this is why, and not just Matt Ripke, any coach will tell you, this is why you develop bench depth. And kids like Carter Keese and Kyler Sapp, they've played minutes before. So you know what? They should be in a pretty good position now to do what Matt asked them to do.
That is an absolute great point. These kids, these aren't positions and moments of the game that they're not unfamiliar with.
Dug out by Carter Keese, the aforementioned Carter Keese, forcing a turnover. Keese has it in the front court now. You rely, you trust on that bench and those kids. And now they're going to try to deliver. Good look inside. Sapp finds that. Gallahue, he's fouled and will go to the line. Terrific find by Sapp to go inside. Knows that Drew Gallahue had his man sealed and pinned. And now Edon threatening to put the finishing touches and the proverbial dirt on the grave right now if Edgerton isn't careful.
And we talked about it during the regular season. Times when, like last weekend, Gallahue didn't play because of the illness and everything. It puts different kids in different roles. Ripke, Nestor, Keese, they've accepted those roles. And Drew Gallahue, I'm just blown away by just how calm he is out there, just lets the game come to him.
In the lane, turnaround. Nate Swank says, hold on just a second, dudes. We may not be done quite yet.
Yeah, he's playing the game of his life here tonight. He's playing really well.
44-29 Edon. Much needed breathing room inside of 2 to play in the third, so still a long way to go. Off the bounce right side. Pull-up jumper, a confident Keese misses. Sapp on the offensive glass. Finds Ripke, top of the circle. Back now to Keese. Finds it again. This time it's too long. But Keese knew it was off. Went and tracked it down in the corner. It'll be a third opportunity for Edon. Here's Hulbert. Ball reversal to Ripke. And he knows what to do. We want to spread the floor. 90 seconds to play.
Just another coach out on the floor right now for Matt Ripke.
Sapp over to Ripke on the wing. 1:20 left. Back to Sapp, left side. Sapp top of the key. Funnels it back to the right wing now to Ripke. Ripke top of the circle. High post to Gallahue. Gives it up to Sapp. Sapp pick and roll for Gallahue. It was tipped away by Edgerton. Chased in the corner by Cole Meyer. Good job defensively that time by the Bulldogs in defending the pick and roll. Meyer, spin move on Keese, foul, and one! Cole Meyer. He's been held in check, but boy, we've seen him quiet, and then all of a sudden you look and he had 18.
Yeah, he just, he can definitely create off the dribble. We've seen that time and time again from him. You feel like an important minute remaining here because you were dead on. I mean, Edon was nailing. I mean, they were getting ready to slam the door on a couple of more buckets, and this would have gotten out of hand in a hurry. But you've got to credit Brett Greaser's kids. They fought back, staying within striking distance here late in the third.
Carter Keese collected that foul, his first. Cole Meyer got the roll at the foul line. The traditional three-point play, and they have cut it to 12. Nestor back in. Spin move on Timbrook. 5-footer is no good. The rebound to Timbrook. They can inch a little closer here. Everett's over to Herman. Herman comes right. Herman gives it up to Quentin Blue, who's returned to the floor. Now to Meyer. Spin on Nestor, who has the 3 fouls. Can't do anything. And Cole Meyer with a finish. And a 7-0 run by Edgerton.
That's a senior knowing his defender has 3 fouls, and he took him off the dribble right to the basket.
Edgerton not going quietly and gently into the night. 18 to shoot in the third. 44-34 Edon. Nestor on the wing. Comes back to Sapp, left side. 9 to shoot. Sapp finds a lane. Stripped on the way up by Cole Meyer. Meyer is fouled by Ripke. That'll be Gannon's second of the night.
It's actually not a bad foul, Andy. I know it gets the Edgerton people all fired up, but if he doesn't foul Cole Meyer, that's a layup at the end of the quarter, cutting it to 8. Bulldog fans will be going crazy. Just a hard foul, nothing dirty or anything like that. It's a very smart foul by the senior.
That's 14 fouls on Edon, 3 on Edgerton here. 4 seconds left. Meyer off the inbounds. 3, 2, going to the rim. Fouled on the way up. And with a half a second, 0.5 to play in the third. Carter Keese gets his second, and Cole Meyer goes back to the foul line.
They're going to say it was on the floor. Oh, Brett Grieser's not happy with that. They're going to say it was on the floor. No free throws here. Interesting.
Okay. I stand corrected. So 0.5 and an inbounds. Basically, they got to look for a lob somewhere. There's that lob. It's going to be intercepted by Gallahue. 3 in the books in this opening game of sectionals. Edon 44, Edgerton 34. Final 8 minutes of basketball when we come back.
Michael Jordan once said, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen. The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication, and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters, go get 'em Bulldogs. We're behind you all the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
You'll find red-hot deals at Donaldson's Ace Hardware all month long. Birds will flock to your yard when you pick up Ace Wild Bird Food, 2 20-pound bags for only $20. With the snow flying, you'll need to head to Donaldson's for your ice melt and snow shovels, too. Or maybe you have some projects to work on. Donaldson's has you covered with a variety of power and hand tools on sale with extra savings to Ace Rewards members. Then finish off that project with Ace Royal Interior or Clark & Kensington paint on sale all this month. Only at Donaldson's Ace Hardware, Union Street in Bryan. Only game in town here tonight. It's 44-34. Adam Edon hit their first 4. Ended up making 6 of 8 from the field and 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Edgerton 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. They were 4 of 9 and 1 of 3 from the three-point line in that quarter.
Edon beginning to assert themselves on the boards with a +8 advantage so far through 3.
Ripke to the baseline, little hook move, kick out. Nestor wide open for 3, no good. Rebound, and they're going to get Kyler Sapp over the back, trying to tip the rebound out to a teammate or to himself. All right, if you're just tuning in, 44-34 Edon. We're just underway in the 4th. Jack Berry's night is done. An injury to that right knee. The ice is wrapped around that. Caden Nestor is playing with 3 fouls. Edgerton has no injuries tonight. They're without Caden Pasillo, and they have nobody in foul trouble. Over to Herman. He'll jack up a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. And on the rebound, it'll be an Edgerton foul. And I believe they got Corey Everett's for his second. So 16 fouls on Edon, 4 now on Edgerton. Don't forget, Adam and I are back here tomorrow night. A single game, the 5:30 game between Hicksville and North Central. We'll be on the air a little after 5 tomorrow night, or 5:10. There's 2 games here, but we have just the one. Here's Gallahue. Good, strong hands in traffic to make that catch. Now a reset out in front with Gannon Ripke. 3 timeouts left for Brett Grieser, 4 for Edon.
Looks like Edgerton going a little 1-2-2 zone here. Now they're coming out of it a bit.
To the foul line, Sapp dumps it right. Edon going to utilize some precious clock here. Up 10. Foul line to Sapp again. Sapp had it poked away by Meyer. Sapp went and got it, and then Everett picks his pocket. Everett's with the steal. Stop, fire, 3, way short. And the rebound belongs to Carter Keese, spinning away from potential trouble. Here comes another trap. Edgerton gambling now defensively. Pass tip by Timbrook. Up into the air. Everett can't get there in time to save it.
We've said this, and you've said this so many times. This is not an Edon team that you want to be in this position against in the 4th quarter. Down by 10 because they can control the pace so well. They control tempo so well. They're not going to rush. They'll be very deliberate. So you almost feel like this is the time when Edgerton maybe needs to start taking maybe a few more chances defensively to try to get some steals and maybe get them going faster than they want to.
Far sideline, Sapp snaps it into Holbert at the elbow. He'll go right back to Sapp. 6:20 left in this one. 44-34 Edon. To the right side to Nestor. Powers into the lane. Elevates from 10. That's no good. Rebound is loose. The strong
hands of Gannon Ripke, able to rip that one away and draw a foul on Edgerton. It'll be number 3 on Nate Swank. He's the first Bulldog to get 3 fouls. You're not going to win very many strength-on-strength battles with Gannon Ripke, especially at this D4 level.
Well-proportioned young man, isn't he?
Here's Nestor out in front. Nestor dribble drive to the right. Tried to flick it from behind in Meyer. Nestor tosses it out in front to Sapp. Out at the volleyball spiking line between the circles. He'll bounce it right side now to Nestor, or to Ripke. Ripke back to the left to Sapp. Sapp poked away by Herman from behind. Who has it? And the officials say it'll stay with Edon. Dylan Woods said the old flick it drill from behind, and that's what carried it out of bounds.
Boy, every call.
They're going to get together.
Call going forward, so big.
It's staying with Edon. They did converse about it, but it's staying with Edon. Quentin Blue for Nate Timbrook. It'll be put in play on the far sideline by Sapp. Sapp gets to Ripke. Ripke right side of the floor. Ripke acted like he was going to just bull his way to the basket. Instead, dumps it into the corner to Keese. Back outside now to Sapp. Over to Keese. Keese on the wing. Funnels it out in front to Sapp. Over to Keese again. 5.5. Down to the post to Gallahue. Got an easy look down low. Patient, 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 and they got what they wanted.
He just lets the game come to him. 13-6 so far for the Edon senior.
And it goes back to 12, 46-34. Everett's thought about a step back 3, now gives to Herman. Herman to Swank, all the way to the right side corner. And a foul on Nestor, a little too aggressive defensively. He'll get his 4th with 5:09 remaining. Is it going to be Hulbert or is it going to be Stanky? Matt Ripke hasn't made a call just yet.
This is a big call. This will be interesting to see what he does.
He's thinking about it.
He has a free throw to think. It's like an extra 10 seconds.
Cole Meyer gets to the line. That was the 7th team foul on Edon. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good.
He doesn't really know what he wants to do right now. He's
Stanky. He goes to Ethan Stanky for Caden Nestor. So we circle this, Adam. 5:09 mark. And a 46-34 game when he got that 4th.
Now they've got 3 starters right now that aren't on the floor.
Relying heavily on Keese, Stanky, and Sapp now off that bench tonight. Ripke and Gallahue the constants. Both free throws were good. It's 46-36. Winner get Ayersville Friday night. Ripke drive, dish, Stanky blew the layup. And it's going the other way. Gary Brubaker says the foul will be Gannon Ripke, and that's his 3rd. And Edgerton will stroll to the foul line at the other end.
Well, they got away with the one there, but they'll take it. They double-teamed. The help came with the Ripke drive, and that opened up Stanky. He just couldn't connect on the shot. Bulldogs were able to get the rebound, and now at the free throw line.
Nate Swank, a 1-and-1. Got the bounce. I was about ready to say he missed the front end. It hit the heel, it went straight up, hit the front, and then dropped in.
How big has this young man been for his team tonight?
Second offering is good. Timeout, Brett Greaser. 46-38 Edon. 4:55 remaining. Plenty of basketball when we come back.
Your friends at your neighborhood Edon Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Edon, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Edon Farmers Co-op.
Always
proudly supporting student athletes and coaches in the Edon School District, the Edon Athletic Boosters. The Edon Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to salute the student athletes and coaches in tonight's game. Hey, how would you like to be a part of the Edon Athletic Boosters? Come to a meeting and find out what they're all about. Maybe even volunteer at a concession stand. For more information, phone 419-272-3213. The Edon Athletic Boosters, supporting student athletes and coaches in Edon.
Well, let's get a game reset. 4:55 left in this one. 46-38 Edon. 18 fouls on Edon, 5 on Edgerton, so they do have one more to give. 4 timeouts remain for Edon, just 2 for Edgerton, and the next tie-up, the arrow will favor Edgerton. Full court pressure from the Bulldogs. Gallahue gets it into Ripke, who pushes it all the way up ahead. Ripke to the left side now, over to Stanky. Back to Ripke. Keese, Gallahue, and Sapp on the floor. Sapp has it in his hands now. A little curl by Keese. Instead it goes to Stanky, corner left. Nestor has 4. Ripke has 3. Barry is hurt. Turnover. Ball is loose, but Stanky able to get it back. So not officially a turnover, just a near Edon giveaway.
They had a chance at it.
Here's Stanky from the corner out to Keese. Snaps it near side to Sapp. Coming down to the midway point of this fourth quarter. 8-point game and a hand check, foul, and number 4 on Nate Swank.
You know, we talked all year long about you earn that trust of your coaches in practice. Then they give you some time in a game. You earn some more minutes. I can't imagine that Matt would have ever thought he'd be in the fourth quarter here in big-time minutes without 3 starters at his disposal. Now, obviously, Holbert and Nestor can come back into the foul trouble, but he's getting some good minutes. He's trusting these kids who have proved it during the regular season. They've earned this time.
Here's the high-low look. Not there. Gallahue doesn't have his his normal high-low guy, and Stanky is not open. He could be, because he's got Quentin Blue on him. Stanky needs to be a little more aggressive in the post to call for it, or at least give Drew some room to operate like this. Goes left. Gallahue on a kick out now to Keese. Keese, little bump from Everett. Foul line to Gallahue. Tick, 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 tick. 3:40 remaining. Edon up 8 with the ball. No more fouls to give. Spin move to the right. Keese left it short. Rebound is loose, and Cole Meyer has it. Edgerton can creep closer. Meyer shovels it off to Herman. He'll snap it far side. 3 from Everett is no good.
Wow.
And the rebound on the interior to Edon. That was just the second shot attempt for Edgerton. Oh, pretty dish into Keese. It's good for 2. All predicated by Gannon Ripke breaking down the defense. 48-38, 3 minutes left. Dribble drive Meyer, the runner, no good, but a foul is called. And Carter Keese is going to get the foul. And he's catching his breath because I believe Carter just took a blow to the area that makes every male in this facility and in our hearing voice cringe.
It just cringe a little, don't you? Yes.
He's trying to gather himself near midcourt. Free throw is no good.
3 minutes to go, down 10. If you're Brett Grieser in Edgerton, obviously your margin of error is shrinking. You just have to maximize every single possession. You just have to take advantage of every opportunity offensively because of the way that we know Edon will play down the stretch. You just don't know how many more possessions you're going to get.
Second one is good. Cole Meyer with a dozen. He doesn't want this to be his final game. 48-39 Edon. 2:55 left. Keese on the right side from Gallahue. Keese is fouled by Herman. Are they going to start the foul parade now? Carter Keese for a 1-and-1.
Well, I'm not sure if that's the strategy, but if you think about it, he just got popped, down there. He's been playing extended minutes here tonight. It's one thing to shoot free throws in the first quarter. It's a whole other thing late in the game when you're tired. And
65% free throw shooter, nothing but nylon on the first one.
How good has this young man been tonight off the bench for Matt Ripke? Boy, he's been huge.
He's got 6.
And a game-high 7 rebounds.
Second one is good.
And the kid stands 5'11".
Timeout Edon, up 11 with 2:51 to play. We'll be right back.
At the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, we know it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow. So we invite you to visit us as part of your pre-planning. I'm Sally Jo Metzger. There's no high pressure, and by talking to us now, there's no stress. Just good information for you to make your choice. At Fackler Monument Company, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area. We can even customize a memorial for you. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
50-39, Edon with the lead. 2:51 remaining. Matt Ripke left with 3 timeouts now. It's Herman, Everett, Timbrook, Meyer, and Swank back in. Edon counters with Ripke, Keese, Sapp, Stanky, and Gallahue. Matt Ripke riding this 5 to the wire. The dribble drive and a foul. Cole Meyer with the finish, and he drew number 2 on Kyler Sapp. Meyer is able to do that so quick off the dribble.
You don't realize it, and the next thing you know, he's got a half a step on you. You're running on his hip. Then you think, they list him at 6 foot, so then you think he's going to the basket. You've got a shot at. He's just so good at getting it up and avoiding that block.
It's Kyler Sapp's second foul. Edgerton a chance and can't hit the free throw. 50-41, Edon. Basketball to the Bombers. Gannon Ripke holding out in front. Picks the dribble up, goes right side to Nestor. Nestor comes back now to Ripke. Here comes the trap. Over to the right wing to Nestor. He'll clear it right back out in front to Ripke. Now right side to Nestor. 2:17, 2:16. Double team coming. Nestor to Ripke. Over to Keese. High post to Gallahue. Looks to the right to Nestor. Nestor on the baseline, and a foul by Everett. His third. And Caden Nestor to the line.
And this is what makes them so tough to beat when they get a lead like this in the fourth quarter. They just spread the floor, a la the old North Carolina, Virginia 4 corners offense. They roll Gallahue in the middle, and they just dare you to come with a double teamer to go for a steal, and then they get you with a drive to the basket.
65% free throw shooter, 1-1. Buries the first one. One more for Caden Nestor. He has 12 tonight. For number 13, it's short. Rebound to Edgerton. Everett's coming the other way, left to right. 51-41, 2 minutes remaining. Herman from deep, no good for 3. Rebound in the corner to Nestor. Nestor cross court to Keese. Keese to mid-court, middle of the floor. Bounce pass now to Ripke, and he's going to be fouled to stop the clock at 1:49 remaining. That's Cole Meyer's first. It's Gannon Ripke, who has 10 tonight, shooting his first free throw. It's the last 1-and-1 we'll see tonight.
And he's been a lot more offensive-minded than we've seen him at times this year, out of necessity here tonight.
And not able to hit the 1-and-1, but Ethan Stanky with a big offensive rebound. And that'll preserve possession and kill more time. Ripke over to Keese. Keese picks up the dribble, hands to Ripke. 90 seconds left in this one. 51-41, Edon. Ripke bounces to Gallahue, into the corner to Keese. Keese with a double team coming is bumped and fouled, and it'll be 2 shots now for Carter Keese. He's 2 for 4 at the foul line tonight and gets double bonus here. North Central and Hicksville tomorrow night at 5:30. The late game will be Toledo Christian and Holgate. We just have the early game tomorrow. Keese front rimmed and then saw it flip over the top, and he got it.
Carter Keese, Ethan Stanky, Kyler Sapp, Andy. The 3 of them, their contributions cannot be overstated here tonight.
I'd agree.
All 3 coming off the bench, playing more minutes tonight than normal.
Because of injury and foul difficulty.
Absolutely.
Carter Keese knocking both of them down. By the way, Tenora leads Fairview 24-21 in the third quarter in D3. Here's Timbrook to try to get it closer and unable to hit it. Edgerton has gone 0 for the fourth quarter from the field when they've needed points. Down 12 as we get close to a minute to play. It looks like Edon is going to survive here tonight, a blocking foul. And that'll put Nestor on the line. That's it for Nate Swank. He will foul out. Really good game for Nate Swank tonight, Adam.
Absolutely. Junior coming back next year. He set the tone early. His 3 threes in the first quarter lit this Edgerton crowd and kept this team alive early, and they fed off that the entire night.
He leaves with 16 tonight, and they're starting to head for the exits here in Bryan. Nestor made good on the first one. Second one, no good. The bigger picture moving forward, the health of Jack Berry. It didn't look good when he left. So this group, as that 3 is way off target by Herman. Gallahue the rebound. Taken away by Timbrook. Bounces it now to Herman. Slices to the basket and scores. We'll take a timeout. That's the first 2 of the night for Herman. 54-43 Edon. 42 seconds remaining. We'll be back.
The Maddox Men's Emporium is the only premier men's clothing store in Northwest Ohio, featuring top apparel brands like Johnson & Murphy, Fish Hippie, 7 Diamonds, Task Performance Wear, and Saks Underwear. They even carry top-of-the-line men's skincare products and cologne like Jack Black, St. James of London, and Fulton & Rourke. The Maddox even has specialty foods, designer socks, bar accessories, Mission belts, and more. So stop in the Maddox Men's Emporium on the east side of the square in Bryan, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, or Saturday 10 to 5.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them. Add options and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
42.9 remaining, 54-43 Edon. Gannon Ripke about ready to inbounds. Brought it into Nestor far side. He'll be fouled by Herman. That'll be his 3rd. And we'll go to the other end for more Nestor free throws. And now it looks as if that Brett Greaser is going to concede this, and he'll get some other kids in. Chase Timbrook at the table, Elijah Weaver at the table, Brody Cheek at the table. Cole Meyer, Brody Cheek, Chase Timbrook, Elijah Weaver, and Nate Timbrook are the seniors that are playing in their final games tonight.
And that's the hard part about this is I'm 50, and I still remember my last game as a senior, undefeated, state-ranked Rossford. You battle them for 3 4/5 of a quarter. You're just fighting. You're into the game, emotionally invested, giving everything you have, and then you look at the clock and like a snap of a finger, it's over. It's just, that's
bittersweet.
It is. It's tough for those seniors.
Nestor connecting on both free throws, and now Edon will sub multiple kids in. Max Radebaugh, Cohen Hulbert, Jaden Craven, Peyton Troush, all in, along with Carter Stanky. I don't know about you, Adam, but I never thought coming into tonight that we were going to see 53-29 again. No way, not in a tournament game.
No,
not these two.
Edgerton played with a lot of emotion here tonight.
He just wants to chuck threes, does Timbrook.
Good for him.
A night that had a little of everything, but disappointingly, no piggyback rides. The final score tonight in Bryan, Division IV basketball. Edon will move on, and they will get Ayersville. 56-43 your final. What a fun night and atmosphere. Plenty to talk about in the postgame show when we come back.
Would you like to save time? Sign up for free online banking plus bill pay at the Hicksville Bank. Online banking plus bill pay keeps you in control 24/7 and allows you to manage your Hicksville Bank accounts and pay bills whenever it's convenient for you. For over 100 years, the Hicksville Bank has been your hometown community partner, meeting the needs of the community and maintaining quality service. The Hicksville Bank operates full-service offices in Hicksville, Edgerton, and Auburn, with a loan production office in Harlan. The Hicksville Bank is the equal housing lender and member FDIC. To enroll your THB THB account now for online banking plus bill pay. Visit our website at www.thb.bank.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
Knox Textile is proud to help sponsor tonight's game. You can rely on Knox Textile to provide your business with reliable service and all your uniform, towel, and mat rentals. They have competitive pricing and will service their products. They have products which include paper products and Gojo products. Good luck to all the Edgerton Bulldogs from everyone at Knox Textile. Knox Textile, proud supporters of everyone in tonight's game and serving the area with reliable service.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With Midwest Community Federal Credit Union's new rewards checking account powered by Bazing, you get access to thousands of local discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. All you have to do is show your mobile coupon and save. No matter who you are or what you do, saving money is for everyone. Stop by a Midwest Community branch or visit midwestcommunity.org to open a rewards checking account today.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Edon, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Attention homeowners and contractors in the tri-state area. Did you know Black Swamp Equipment of Archbold services and repairs pretty much any piece of equipment and machinery? Well, they do. Things like skid steers, mini excavators, backhoes, and air compressors. But it's not just big equipment. They also repair things like lawnmowers, snow blowers, chainsaws, heaters, pretty much anything you can think of. Black Swamp Equipment can handle it. And they are certified service warranty centers for Steel outdoor power equipment, Kohler engines, Miller Electric, Milwaukee, and Toro. Plus, they have a truck fully loaded to come to you to fix a problem you may have with a piece of equipment. To find out more information, check out blackswampequipment.com or phone 1-800-445-2777 and ask for the service department. Black Swamp Equipment of Archbold, your one-stop service and repair headquarters.
Nay Oil Company supplies heating oil, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and propane for your home, farm, or business throughout Northwest Ohio with dependable service and competitive pricing. Call 1-800-962-9839 or stop by Nay Oil in Nay, serving you with dependable service since 1927. It's the Nay Oil Company. Nay Oil Company would like to wish all the athletes good luck in today's game.
Final score tonight, Edon with the win over Edgerton by the final of 56. They yanked it down 56-43. And they go to 13-8 on the year and a berth in the sectional finals with Ayersville. Edgerton bows out at 6-17. The final totals and plenty of heroes all around tonight in this Edon win. Caden Nestor finishes with 15. Drew Gallahue 13. Gannon Ripke 10. Carter Keese with 9. Jack Berry, before the injury, scores 5. Cassius Hulbert finished with 4. Nathan Swank led all scorers tonight from Edgerton with 16. Cole Meyer finished with 14. Nate Timbrook 6. Corey Everett's 5. Corey Herman held to 2 tonight. From the field, Edon ended very, very good in shooting the basketball. 19 of 32. Including 7 of 12 from the three-point line. Edgerton was just 15 of 42. This after they made 7 of 14 in the opening quarter, had only 8 makes the rest of the night. They were 4 of 19 from the three-point line. Edon 11 of 16 shooting free throws. Edgerton 7 of 10
from the foul line tonight, Adam.
Let's look at the rebounding numbers. A plus 14 advantage for Edon here tonight, Andy, but that doesn't really tell the whole story because that's a plus 16 advantage, or excuse me, plus 12 advantage in the second half. Edon took control of the glass. We said Edgerton, in order to stay into this one, turnovers had to be down. 6 of them here tonight. Edon, 12, probably a little bit higher than Matt would have wanted, but they were able to get control of that glass in the second half.
And Edon moves on. More on our post-game show when we return. Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, wants to say good luck to the Edon Bombers in tonight's athletic contest. Precise Metal Form is a proud supporter of Edon Bomber athletics, both boys and girls sports. Precise Metal Form in Bryan, saluting the athletes on all of their hard work and wishing them the best of luck in this athletic contest. Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, saying go Bombers in this game.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio, and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Best Insurance and Financial Services in downtown Edon is proud to announce they've become a full-service insurance agency, taking care of all of your insurance needs now. Best Insurance and Financial Services has been handling life and health insurance along with your investment needs for over 40 years. And now they're able to offer coverage for your home, auto, business, and farm insurance needs. They can also protect your RV, ATV, and boat. To find out more information, just head to best-ins.net or phone 419-272-2888. Best Insurance and Financial Services in downtown Edon, wishing the Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game.
Tournament time brings out the best in all of us. Responding to pressure, answering the challenge, and rising to our highest levels. That's also what a good education can do, and that's why you need Northwest State Community College. Whether you're looking for job skills training with industry credentials, a 2-year degree, or even a transfer pathway to a 4-year school, we can help. We also have lots of scholarship opportunities available. The clock is ticking. It's time to make your move. Visit northweststate.edu or call 419-267-1320 today.
Welcome back out here to Bryan, where Edgerton falls to Edon 56-43. Matt Ripke joining us here for a visit. Matt, congratulations on the win. Everybody knew coming in this wasn't going to be a repeat of 53-29. This is a tournament game. These are 2 old rivals. You knew they were going to get their best tonight. Thought your kids did a fabulous job for a variety of reasons of answering the bell tonight.
Yeah, this was hard. You know, we talked. It's hard. You care so much about kids on both sides. It's hard. It's been hard since the draw. But I thought our guys maintained their focus through some adversity tonight.
How is Jack, by the way?
We'll see.
Yeah.
But you got to give it time, get evaluated. But you know, I had some guys step up huge. You know, and Carter Keys came in and filled that spot, and then Kyler Sapp gave us some great minutes as well. Ethan Stanky off the bench did a good job. So we played with a few different lineups tonight, and just proud of how our kids hung in there mentally throughout the course of the game. Because man, they came out hot. I mean, we knew they could. You know, you've seen Swank hit 8 threes, you know, against Stilltop, and you know they have the ability to shoot the basketball from the perimeter. And then it seemed like in the second half we built a little bit of a lead. Then they decided to put their head down and go to the basket. And we did a terrible job of just contesting shots. I don't know why we wanted to try and block everything. We talked about the fact that, build a wall, trust your help, and make them score over the top of us. Don't put them on the line and give them the opportunity to score with the clock stopped.
Adam? Matt, we had talked last weekend with Drew out. You had put some guys in different positions to see. It was obvious Edgerton was not going to let Gallagher beat you tonight.
Yeah.
So that put some guys in. What you got into the injury. You had some foul trouble. Yeah. Gannon, a little more offensive minded tonight. Carter Keese, Stanky, Nestor, especially. I mean, you had other guys that really stepped up and accepted those roles.
Yeah, they almost doubled Drew every time, sagged off our second post player. We went with that 4-guard lineup, and they still sagged off. But again, guys shot the ball with confidence, and Nestor, I thought he had 3 suspect fouls, but I think he stayed in it mentally. I mean, he didn't shut down. He kept plugging away, kept playing at both ends of the floor, and made some huge free throws down the stretch. That's kind of been one thing that we haven't been very good at. But the last couple of weeks, I put Coach Holcomb in charge of free throws and told him if we didn't shoot above 65%, he wasn't coming back. And they must like him because we've got a lot better at the line the last 2 weeks.
And you, for the night, very efficient offensively. I had you unofficially 19 of 32 from the field. And I think maybe your best three-point shooting night that we have seen in games that we've done in shooting 7 of 12. And it seemed like a lot of those threes came in big moments.
Yeah, and different guys, too. It wasn't, usually it was Jack or Caden hit a couple big ones, but Carter Keese hit one, Gannon hit one. When we can do that, and I tell them all the time, more balanced we can be offensively and scoring-wise, the better off we are. So
we won't even talk Ayersville. We'll save that for our Friday visit and just try to get Jack as healthy as possible. And if not, I know you guys, whoever's out there, you're going to have a team ready to go against Ayersville coming up Friday night.
Next man up. Yep.
Thanks for coming to visit with us. We'll see you Friday.
Thanks, Andy. Whoops.
Matt Ripke, head coach of the Edgerton Bulldogs, or the Edon Bombers against the Edgerton Bulldogs here tonight as Matt and Edon march on and win 56-43. We have just one last bit of business here, Adam, and that is to hand out first of all, our American Family Insurance MVP of the night. Also, we'll be getting a Compass Cafe pizza certificate. Who do you like for that MVP? Tougher call tonight because there were some kids that played a lot of really good minutes for Edon tonight.
Absolutely. You look at it, I mean, again, the game plan, you could tell. They weren't going to let, Edgerton was not going to let Drew Gallagher beat him tonight, but yet he still finishes with 13 points and 8 rebounds. He let the game come to him, but we talked about those. There were 3 guys that really stood out to me. Andy, Caden Nestor, 15 points. Gannon Ripke, more offensive-minded tonight because he had to be 10 points, 4 rebounds. You look at it, I'm going to go with the junior Carter Keese, and this is why tonight. I thought Nestor, any of those guys,
absolutely
player of the game worthy here tonight. No disrespect there, but here's the thing. Carter Keese stands at 5'11". You know he's coming in. You know he can shoot the ball, and he scored 9 big points for them here tonight. Second in the game tonight with 7 rebounds. It's a 5'11" kid. Matt pointed it out. They went to the 4-guard lineup, and in the second half out-rebounded Edgerton by 12. And it wasn't all Drew Gallagher. When you got a 5'11" kid coming off the bench, it gives you 9.7 rebounds. And I thought what Carter Keese did tonight, him, Nestor, Ripke, any of those could have taken it. But let's go with the Carter Keese because he was put not only maybe more minutes that he's normally used to, but in a role that he is normally not used to with all the foul trouble and the injury they had to deal with.
So Carter Keese, our American Family Insurance MVP, winner of a Compass Cafe pizza certificate. And yes, I know I did have a Freudian slip and said Matt Ripke, head coach of the Edgerton Bulldogs. 12 years in one stop. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often this year. That was Matt Ripke of the Edon Bombers, which, by the way, a side note that Matt doesn't want, I'm sure, even us to throw out there, but I'm going to. If they get to the district final, he would have career win number 200. That was 198 tonight in that win here this evening.
He just can't escape storylines because they play Ayersville coming up on Friday night. He began his coaching career over at Ayersville.
I said to him before we go to that last award, I said earlier this year, I said, I'm all about media. We're all about storylines, and you're right about that. He's provided 2 with this against Edgerton situation twice, and now to try to get out of sectionals. in a game. We're going to get to that in just a minute. I want to ask you about that. One final award, the best one tire and service, best play of this Edon win tonight.
I'm going to go outside the box a little bit, to be honest, primarily because I was so caught up in the action in the first 3 quarters. But I thought there was a big moment that kind of symbolized what we saw here tonight. Edon had a 9-point lead. They were shooting free throws. Edgerton was making a little bit of a run in the fourth quarter with about 1:45 left. Edon misses the free throw, but Ethan Stanky, the senior off the bench, comes in, grabs the offensive rebound, gives them another possession. They burn off almost 45 seconds off the clock, get fouled, hit 2 free throws, and in all essence, the game was over. Yep. Again, another kid in the game at a time that maybe he normally isn't accustomed to, and that's not a slap on him. I mean, he's more than capable, and just, again, they trusted him at that moment, because remember, they had the foul trouble. Who was coming in? They put him out on the floor, and he came up and made a big play, and really kind of the old nail in the coffin moment.
So the Bombers move on, 13-8. Edgerton bows out at 6-17 on the season. Now, I want to ask you, give me a little preview. We saw, well, you weren't there. You were, I think that was the Uncle Leo visit, right, when the Edon-Ayersville game. Yes. Caleb Zuver filled in, but you know enough. You've covered Ayersville. You know the super job that Dave Retcher and Logan Wolfram have done. You know that personnel that's back. So I'm going to ask you the question under the premise right now, because, quite frankly, the eyes sometimes they lie, sometimes they don't lie, but I'm just going to ask you the situation Edon without Jack Berry. And even if they do have Jack Berry, it probably pertains to this, but if Jack's unable to go, what does that do for this matchup, Edon and Ayersville, based on what they have personnel-wise?
Well, first off, obviously, those 3 guys that we talked about, off the bench, guys like Kyler Sapp, the Stankies, the Keeses, they're going to have to play big minutes again tonight. Probably Carter Keese is going to have to do what he did again tonight off the glass. The difference, I think, between what you saw tonight and what you'll see out of Ayersville, I think, is a little more athletic, and they have a little more size down in the paint to combat Drew Gallahue here tonight. Now, Edgerton did a great job, but what I'm getting at is it'll be interesting to see what Ayersville does with Gallahue in the high or low post, wherever they start him out there, because I don't know if they have to double team him. Now, if the danger with that is if you don't double team Gallahue, you're playing with fire, because he is more than capable anywhere on the floor to score. That'll be interesting to see is how they defend him. So I thought Edgerton defended him well, and I thought he let the game come to him, but the other kids from Edon really stood out. I'll be interested to see how Ayersville, with their athleticism, with their physicality, because they can match Edon on the physical side, how they attack him in round number 2.
Well, we sure hope that Jack can go. Had ice on that knee, though, as the night ended tonight, so we'll just have to wait and see as the week progresses. That's our next game with Edon, but our next game here will be tomorrow night. It's a doubleheader night in Bryan. We have the opener, Hicksville versus North Central. Hicksville rolled the first time they played each other. 2 different teams, though, now. We'll see what that result looks like come tomorrow night. That's a 5:30 tip, so we'll be on the air sometime shortly after 5, and again, just doing that game. We're back for at least Edon-Ayersville on Friday night, and perhaps the doubleheader on Friday night as well. We'll wait and see how those matchups look and shake out as the next night goes forward. Want to thank Chad Savage and Teresa Kuzmal tonight. They do such a great job here. Chad especially for rescuing us from potentially not even getting this game on the air. Again, another chapter in that much anticipated radio book that I'm going to write. I mean, you and I get emails every day. Guys, why don't you just write a book? You have lived such a amazing life. Being extremely facetious, but he saved us tonight, point blank.
And I'll say this, and I've said it for years, and you know this as well as anyone. People, they just turn on the radio, and they just think by the snap of a finger we're on, and when the game is over, we shut it off, and everything's fine. They don't understand sometimes what goes. Hats off to you, my friend, because it was challenging, some of the issues that are out of our control, but it's not an easy thing.
No.
We pulled it off. And
we are not the UNLV of the Tark era where we just roll balls out and just get on the air. But
no, you'd rather what? The old saying, you'd rather win ugly than lose looking good.
That's right.
We won ugly tonight.
So thanks to Chad for rescuing us there. Krista, who did a great job back at the studio. keeping it all together. A couple of more bills to pay. We take this short time out, and we're going to get you into the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard. Again, our final tonight. Great atmosphere. Hats off to the Eden Edgerton crowd tonight for bringing that atmosphere here this evening. Your final, Eden moves on with a 56-43 win over Edgerton.